मैथ सीरीज के दूसरे लेक्चर में आप सबका स्वागत है। इस लेक्चर में हम अलग अलग तरह के सेट्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। सबसे पहले शुरुआत करते हैं हम एम्प्टी सेट से। इसे समझने के लिए कुछ हम रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल्स लेते हैं। हमने एक सेट कंसिडर किया है जो उन बच्चों का सेट है जो 11th क्लास में पढ़ते हैं स्कूल में। इसको समझने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम उस स्कूल के 11th क्लास में जाके बच्चों का काउंट कंसिडर कर सकते हैं और एक कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं कि इस सेट में जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो एक फाइनाइट नंबर होंगे। सो वी कैन कंक्लूड हियर दैट द सेट ए कंटेन्स फाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स। इसी तरह से एक दूसरा सेट हमने कंसिडर किया जिसमें हमने क्लास के वो वाले स्टूडेंट्स कंसिडर किए, स्कूल के वो वाले स्टूडेंट्स कंसिडर किए वो जो 10वीं और 11वीं कक्षा में पढ़ते हैं। वन कैन क्लियरली ऑब्जर्व हियर दैट नो स्टूडेंट कैन रीड इन 10th एंड 11th क्लास साइमल्टेनियसली। सो इस तरह से सेट बी में कोई भी ऐसा एलिमेंट नहीं होगा। तो जानिए कि एम्प्टी सेट की डेफिनेशन क्या होगी। ए सेट विच डज नॉट कंटेन्स एनी एलिमेंट इज कॉल्ड एम्प्टी सेट। और इसका दूसरा नाम क्या है इसका, वी कैन कॉल इट एज नल सेट और ए वॉइड सेट। सो इस डेफिनेशन के अकॉर्डिंग बी जो सेट है हमारा वो क्या बना, हमारा एक एम्प्टी सेट बना। और A इज नॉट एम्प्टी सेट। एम्प्टी सेट को हम दो तरह से डिनोट कर सकते हैं। एक सिंपली उसे सिंबल फाई के साथ हम डिनोट कर सकते हैं या खाली ब्रेसेस के साथ हम डिनोट कर सकते हैं। टू अंडरस्टैंड इट इन डेप्थ, लेट्स कंसिडर फ्यू मोर एग्जांपल। Suppose A is a set of those elements which lies between 1 and 2, and that element should be a natural number. We know natural numbers used for counting are called natural numbers, जैसे 1 2 3 and so on। ये सारे के सारे हमारे क्या हैं, नेचुरल नंबर है। और इस सेट में कैसे एलिमेंट्स हमें चाहिए, वो वाले सारे के सारे नेचुरल नंबर चाहिए जो 1 और 2 के बीच में लाई करे। But one can clearly observe here that does not exist any natural number which lies between 1 and 2. Thus, what's the nature of the set A? A कैसा सेट होगा, A मेरा एक एम्प्टी सेट बनेगा। क्यों, कोई भी ऐसा नेचुरल नंबर नहीं है जो 1 और 2 के बीच में लाई करेगा। उसी तरह से हम एक और एग्जांपल कंसिडर करते हैं। कंसिडर ए सेट B। इसमें किस तरह के एलिमेंट कंसिडर किए हमने, which satisfies the equation x square minus 2 is equal to 0। एंड सेकंड क्या, वो सारे के सारे क्या होने चाहिए, रैशनल नंबर होने चाहिए। अगर हम इस इक्वेशन का सोल्यूशन फाइंड आउट करें, सोल्यूशन क्या आएगा हमारे, एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 2 इज इक्वल टू 0। इसे सॉल्व करने पे हमारे पास x की वैल्यू आ रही है प्लस माइनस रूट 2, विच इज नॉट ए रैशनल नंबर। एंड वन कैन simply recall that rational numbers are those numbers which can be put in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, and this number is your irrational number. So set b में कैसे एलिमेंट आएंगे, सेट ई में b में कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है। सो व्हाट्स द नेचर ऑफ द सेट b, सेट b क्या होगा, मेरा एक एम्प्टी सेट होगा। लेट्स कंसिडर वन मोर एग्जांपल। कंसिडर ए सेट C। इसमें किस तरह के एलिमेंट हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, इट मस्ट बी इवन प्राइम नंबर ग्रेटर देन 2। एंड ऑल ऑफ अस नो दैट द ओनली इवन प्राइम नंबर इज 2। देयर डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट एनी प्राइम नंबर which is even and which is greater than 2। So the nature of the set C is empty. There will be no element in the set C, so C भी हमारा क्या होगा, एक empty set होगा। इसी तरह से एक और एग्जांपल कंसिडर करते हैं। सेट डी हमने कंसिडर किया, सारे के सारे वो वाले सोल्यूशन जो इस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करें, एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 4। और दूसरी कंडीशन क्या है, एक्स क्या होना चाहिए, एक ऑड नंबर होना चाहिए। And clearly we can observe that there does not exist any odd number which will satisfy this equation x square minus 4. So how many elements will be there in the set D? There will be no element in the set D. So the set D will be an empty set. I hope the concept of empty set is clear to you all. वो वाला सेट जिसमें कोई भी एलिमेंट ना हो, उस सेट को हम क्या बोलेंगे? एक एम्प्टी सेट। आगे बढ़ते हुए लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट फाइनाइट एंड इनफाइनाइट सेट। फाइनाइट सेट, इसे समझने के लिए लेट्स टेक वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल। हमने एक सेट ए कंसिडर किया जिसमें कुछ एलिमेंट्स हैं, 1 2 3 4। These elements are finite in number. We can count the elements. These elements are finite number, so this set is known as your finite set. On the same side, to understand the infinite set, let's consider the set of natural number. Set of natural number. Set of natural number is our infinite set. और डिटेल में समझने के लिए एक सेट हमने कंसिडर किया ए, जिसमें एलिमेंट्स क्या है? 1 2 3 4 5। और उसी तरह सेट बी एक कंसिडर किया, उसमें एलिमेंट्स क्या है? ए बी सी डी ई एंड जी। कंसिडर ए सेट सी, men living presently in the different parts of the world. One can clearly observe that set A contains 5 elements, set B contains 6 elements. How many elements does C contains? As it is, we do not know the number of elements in C, but it is some natural number which may be quite a big number. By number of elements in the set means number of distinct elements present in that set, and we can denote it by n of s. N of s, if n of s is a natural number, then we say s is non-empty set, non-empty finite set. Like we consider a set of natural numbers, we see that number of the elements of this set is not finite, since there are infinite number of natural numbers. So we say that the set of natural number is an infinite set. The set A, B and C in the above example are finite set, because set A is having 5 elements, set B is having finite elements, and set C is having some finite number. So set C is also the finite set. So what will be the definition of the finite and infinite set? A finite set is either this is empty set or consists of definite number of elements is called finite set. Otherwise, the set will be known as your infinite set. Let's discuss few examples. Consider a set W of set of days of week. We know the days in week are finite. So what will be the nature of this set? Set W will be finite set. And second example, set S be the set of solution of the equation. Equation क्या है हमारे पास? X square minus 16 is equal to 0. Solution means I will look for all those values of x which will satisfy this equation. If you will solve this, you will get its solution as x is either plus 4 or this is minus 4. So it is having, its solution set is having two values. So the number of elements present in the set are minus 4 or 4. So what's the nature of this set? This set will be a finite set. Similarly, if somebody asks you to write a set of all the points lying on the line, this is the line. How many points we can consider on the lines? There are infinite number of points on this line. We can consider the infinite number of points lying on this line. So what will be the nature of this set? क्या nature होगा इसका? Infinite. So set with, if G is a set with infinite points on the line, the nature of the set G will be infinite. We can represent a set in the roster form within the braces. That already we did this in the last lecture. It is not possible to write all the elements of an infinite set within the braces, because the number of elements of such sets are not finite in number. So we represent some infinite set in the roster form by writing few elements which clearly indicate the structure of the set followed or preceded by 3 dots. For example, set of natural numbers. We know numbers used for counting are called natural numbers. Simply we can write the set as 1, 2, 3, 3 dots. Same structure will be followed. Set of odd natural numbers, we can write 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. Set of integers, we can write it as -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. On both sides we can extend. These sets are infinite sets. One should note over here that all infinite sets cannot be described in the roster form. For example, the set of real numbers cannot be described in this form. Why? Because the elements of the sets do not follow any particular pattern. That's why we cannot describe the set of real numbers in the roster form. Now to understand, let's do a few of the examples. State which of the following sets are finite or infinite. We will discuss one by one. Firstly, let's find the elements in the sets. In the first examples, if somebody asks you to find all those natural numbers which also satisfies this equation, on solving this, we observe here that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. These are the solutions of this equation and both are the natural numbers. So the first set will have how many elements satisfying the given criteria? It will have two elements, 1 and 2. दो elements इसमें सिर्फ लाई करेंगे 1 और 2. As the number is finite, so what's the nature of the first set? We will say this set is your finite set. दूसरी example को देखते हुए, we need all those natural numbers which also satisfy this equation. Firstly, find the solution of this equation. X square is equal to 4. On solving this, we will get its two solution, plus minus 2, but there is only one natural number, that is 2. So the elements in this set will be 2 in this number. As the number is finite, so the nature of this set is also finite. Then let's go for the another example. We need all those natural number which also satisfy this equation. On solving this, if I will solve this, x minus 1 is equal to 0. On solving this, we will get the value of x as 1 by 2. There does not exist any which is not a natural number, so there does not exist any natural number which satisfies both the criteria. So the the set will be our empty set, which is also a finite set. X is what should belongs to natural number and it should be a prime number. How many prime numbers are there? There are an infinite number of primes. What is the definition of the prime number? A number which is divisible by itself and 1 only. So if you will write the elements within this set, what are the elements in this set? So what are the elements in this set? 2, 3, 5, and so on. And we know that there are infinite number of primes. So the nature of this set will be infinite. This will be our infinite set. Next example, we need all those natural numbers which are odd, and we know that the set of natural number is infinite, and so there will exist infinite number of natural numbers which are also odd. So the nature of this set will be infinite set. I hope all of you are able to understand the concept of finite and infinite set. आगे चलते हुए हम पढ़ेंगे इक्वल सेट्स के बारे में, जैसे कि we are having two sets A and B. If every element of A is also an element of B and every element of B is also an element of A, अगर ऐसा है तो दोनों सेट्स को हम क्या बोलेंगे? A and B are said to be equal sets. Clearly the two sets have exactly the same elements. यहाँ पे हम एलिमेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, उनके काउंट की बात नहीं कर रहे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं ऐसा लिखता हूँ A is a set whose elements are 1 2 and 3 और B एक ऐसा सेट है जिसके एलिमेंट्स हैं 1 2 2 3। ये दोनों सेट्स आपस में इक्वल ही होंगे। हमने पहले लेक्चर में डिस्कस किया था कि repetition of element is immaterial. So generally if there is a repetition of the elements, we will write the distinct element as 1 2 3। ये दोनों सेट्स मेरे क्या होंगे, इक्वल ही होंगे। So what is the definition of the equal sets? Two sets A and B are said to be equal if they have exactly the same elements, and we will write it as A is equal to B. अगर ऐसा नहीं है तो दोनों सेट्स को क्या बोला जाएगा, unequal sets, and we will write it as A is not equal to B. Let's discuss the same with the help of few examples. Let us consider a set A. इसमें हमने कौन से एलिमेंट कंसिडर कर लिए, 1 2 3 and 4। एक दूसरा सेट, द एलिमेंट्स इन दिस सेट्स आर 3 1 4 and 2। जैसा कि हमने पहले लेक्चर में डिस्कस किया था, ऑर्डर इज इमटेरियल। वी कैन राइट द एलिमेंट्स इन दिस सेट रैंडमली, but the elements should be same. One is there, one is also present in the set B. Two is there, two is also present in the set B. Three is there, three is also present in the set B. इसी तरह से 4 भी प्रेजेंट है, तो ये दोनों सेट्स में हमारे क्या बने, इक्वल सेट्स। उसी तरह से एक और एग्जांपल कंसिडर करते हुए, लेट्स कंसिडर ए सेट ए ऑफ प्राइम नंबर्स विच आर लेस देन 6। prime numbers which are less than 6. So what will be the elements in the set A? If it is a set of all prime numbers which are less than 6, 2, 3 and 5. And another set P, set of all prime factors of 30. Set P will have how many elements? Let's write the prime factors of 30. 2, then 3 and then 5। दोनों में एक तरह के एलिमेंट्स हैं, so these two sets will be equal sets. A set does not change if one or more elements of the sets are repeated. Already we have discussed, we will not repeat the elements. If the elements are repeated, the nature of the set will remain same. In the beginning we discussed, if the set A is having elements 1 2 3, B is another set which is having elements 2 2 1 3 3, these two sets will be equal sets. That's why we generally do not repeat any elements in describing a set. Let's discuss few more examples. Find a pair of equal sets if any and give reasons. To discuss this, let's write the sets. A is given to be a set having only one element. That element is what? B. Let's write the elements in B. We need all those numbers which are greater than 15. At the same times, those numbers should be less than 5. Let's discuss the same on the number line. It means on the number line, I need a number. If there is 5 and there is 15. I need all those numbers which are less than 5, means it should move towards the left of this 5. At the same times, number should be greater than 15. Is it feasible? So we are not able to find any numbers which will be greater than 15 and less than 5 at the same time. So there will be no element in the set B. So this set B is empty set. Let's write the elements in the set C. I need all those numbers which satisfies this equation. There is a single number which will satisfy this equation. What is that number? 5. So the only element in set C is 5. And in D, let's find the elements. It's a collection of all those elements which satisfies the equation x square minus 25, x square is equal to 25. So on solving this, we will get only two values, 5 and minus 5, which will satisfy this equation. So the elements in this sets are minus 5 और दूसरा एलिमेंट कौन सा होगा हमारा 5। उसी तरह से अगर मैं सेट E की बात करूं, I need x as a integral positive root of this. For this, we need to find the roots of this equation. Let's find the roots of this equation. X square minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. To find the roots, x square minus 5x plus 3x minus 15 is equal to 0. x हमने यहाँ से कॉमन लिया, x minus 5 plus 3 x minus 5 is equal to 0. So what are the roots of this equation? Minus 3 and 5. But we need integral positive root. So the only integral positive root which will satisfy this is 5. So now let's compare the set one by one. We need all the pairs. Find the pairs of equal sets. Is A equal to B? No. Is A equal to C? No. Is A equal to D? No. Is A equal to E? No. A is not equal to B, C, D and E. Secondly, B's are empty set. Is B equal to C? No. B is not equal to D as well as B is not equal to E. So B is not equal to C, D and E. Now let's discuss about C. C is having only one element 5 and D is having two elements minus 5 and 5. So C is not equal to D. But C and E have the same elements, that is 5. So C is equal to E. Similarly, let's discuss about D. D is having two elements minus 5 and 5 and E is having only one element, that is 5. So D is also not equal to E. So the only pair having the same element is C and E. I hope this example is clear. Let's discuss the another example. Which of the following pair of the sets are equal? Justify your answers. In the first, X is the set of all the letters in the word alloy. We can write the set X. As we know, the repetition is immaterial. So what will be the element in the set X? A, L. It is repeated 2 times. There is no need to write it again. O, then Y. And write the elements of the set B. Word is or loyal. L is there. O is there. Y is there. A is there. L already we have written. So we can see that the set X is having 4 alphabets A, L, O and Y. A is also there. L is also there. O and Y are also there. Therefore, set X is equal to the set B. Let's discuss the second example. Set A is given to be set of those integers which satisfies the inequality n square less than equal to 4. Let's find the integer which will satisfy this inequality. If I will take the value as 0, will it satisfy? 0 is less than 4. Minus 1, minus 1 square. Minus 1 square will give you 1, which is also less than this. Minus 2, minus 2 square will be 4, which is also less than equal to 4. But if I will go for minus 3, it will not satisfy this inequality. So we cannot take any numbers below this. On the other side, if I will take x, अगर x की वैल्यू 1 लेंगे, ये भी क्या आएगा 1, ये भी सेटिस्फाई करेगा इक्वेशन को. अगर x की वैल्यू 2 लेंगे, ये भी क्या आएगा 4, ये भी सेटिस्फाई करेगा इक्वेशन को. अगर मैं वैल्यू 2 की बजाय 3 लेता हूँ, so it will be 9. It will not satisfy this inequality. So we cannot consider this as a part of the set. So the elements in the set A are minus 2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. And on the other side, we need to find all those elements in the set B which are real numbers and must satisfy the equation x square minus 3x. Our equation is x square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. On solving this, one can clearly observe that it is having only two roots. One is 2, another is 1. So only two values are possible. So the number of elements in the set B are 1 and 2. One can clearly observe the elements, all the elements of B are not in A, if A are not in B and all, but the elements of B are in A. But as per the definition, are all the elements of A must be in B and all the elements of B must be in A. So therefore, A is not equal to a set B. I hope the concept is clear. If you have any query, you can ask your query in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.